So hello everyone and welcome to Career Launcher. So in today's class, we are going to discuss a very important topic, and that is McDonald Award and Poona Pact. So this is actually a part of modern Indian history, which we are actually doing for the past 1 or 2 weeks. Now, this is very important because, of course, Poona Pact. If you can see the PYQ, there have been questions in recent years from modern Indian history, and that is why actually I am discussing this first. Second thing is, from tomorrow onwards, that is Tuesday 3 p.m. and Wednesday 3 p.m. we will be having monthly current affairs class of March and April because you all were demanding it. Okay. So first of all, am I audible, visible? Is everything fine? Yes. Good afternoon, Harsh Sharma. Is my voice reaching? Everything is fine. Slide is visible. Yes. Yes. Okay. Now, first of all, please subscribe to the channel. Go to the playlist. Here is the playlist of monthly current affairs, right? And we have done already January and February. January or February, we have done it. Tomorrow at 3 p.m., that is Tuesday. Tomorrow at 3 p.m., we will be having this session. And on Wednesday, we'll be having this session. So monthly current affairs. If you have not watched the monthly current affairs for the month of January and February, please go and watch it. It is still there on the playlist. Okay. So आप जाकर के देख लीजिएगा. This will be and January and February are already done. March current affairs revision we will do tomorrow at 3 p.m. and April current affairs revision we will do on Wednesday 3 p.m. Okay. Is it clear? Anna, I hope it is clear. Okay. This is a monthly current affairs. Means in entire class, I have discussed the entire current affairs of January. Here, entire current affairs of February. Similarly, tomorrow we'll be having entire current affairs of March. Okay. Now, let us begin with today's class. First of all, let me tell you why I am discussing modern Indian history for CLAT. Because if you see the PYQ, there have been questions on civil disobedience movement, right? They have asked about Dandi March, etc., and Assault March, Dandi March. We have done civil disobedience movement. They had asked question on Jallianwala Bagh massacre. We have done that. They had asked about Constituent Assembly debates, etc. The working of the Constitution, this is also considered as part of modern Indian history. Okay, that is what you should be knowing about. Now, and yes, we have already done previous classes for modern Indian history. So first, go to the playlist. ये वाला playlist section पे जाना है ना. इसमें नीचे view for playlist पे click करना, and you can watch those classes. ये सारे क्लास देख सकते हो. At least यहाँ से जो है ना गांधी सत्याग्रह मूवमेंट इसके नीचे का below that यहाँ से लेके यहाँ तक पूरा देख लीजिएगा. Please go and watch it because these are very, very important ones. We have seen question from here. इससे question देख चुका हूँ. We have seen question from here, है ना. So now they can ask question from anywhere else also. जैसे ये बहुत important हो जाता है ना Government of India 1935, है ना. So we are today discussing the Poona Pact. So please understand, अगर आपने ये देखा होगा, that would be easy because civil disobedience movement, when civil disobedience movement was there, in which year? कब था? Because it is connected to that. This topic, today's topic, is very much connected with civil disobedience movement. We have seen civil disobedience movement from when to when. कब से कब तक था? बताओ. Please tell me. I'm waiting for the response. Yes, it started somewhere around in March 1930, है ना? With Dandi March. And when it got ended, 1931 में end हो गया था, March 1931 में. With what? With it ended with what? क्या हुआ था यहाँ पे March 1931 में? We had discussed Gandhi-Irwin Pact. Anyone remembering? Gandhi-Irwin Pact 1931. And after that, Gandhiji in this agreed to suspend civil disobedience movement. Right? Yes. And Gandhiji agreed to join a round table conference in London in 1931, which happened around October, November. Yes. So that is what we are talking. अब यहाँ से हम लोग शुरू करेंगे. We'll be talking about that. Okay. So let us begin with this. I have told you this is the class 12th NCERT book. and at chapter 11, Mahatma Gandhi and the nationalist movement, civil disobedience and beyond. So we'll be discussing this. So page number 300 में we had discussed earlier कि हम यहाँ से बताएंगे आपको आज की क्लास में Poona Pact and all. So here it is talking about Gandhi ji is talking about separate electorates. ठीक है. So we'll discuss this in detail in today's class. Separate electorates. तो हम लोगों ने पढ़ लिया था Gandhi Irwin Pact, है ना? It said that Gandhi ji would be participating in second round table conference in 1931. So one of the part of Gandhi Irwin Pact was that, है ना? So Gandhi ji decided to go there. Conference in London was inconclusive. Why it was inconclusive? Gandhi ji decided to attend round table conference, second round table conference, but it remained inconclusive. Why? क्या हो गया था? Can anyone tell me? Because on the issue of separate electorates, Gandhi ji opposed separate electorates. Okay, for depressed classes, we will discuss that. But Bhimrao Ambedkar wanted separate electorates, and even British were willing to give, etc. So that is why the talks broke and Gandhi ji came back. So when Gandhi ji came back, he tried to restart civil disobedience movement 2.0. But the moment he started, he was arrested. Because when he came back, Lord Irwin was no more the Governor General. He was no more the Governor General. When he came back from second roundtable conference, there is new Governor General, new Viceroy or Governor General, Lord Wellington. So he was very strict. So the moment Gandhi ji came back and he said, I will start CDM 2.0, Civil Disobedience Movement 2.0, he was arrested. Okay, that is what you should be knowing about. So till now everything is clear. हाँ, disagreement on separate electorates, right? इसने लिखा भी, good. Okay, उसके बाद क्या होता है? 1932 में something happens, है ना? That we have to discuss. So we'll be discussing about that. ठीक है? कि जब गांधी जी came back somewhere around December 1931 में second round table conference is over. Now he comes back and starts civil disobedience movement 2.0. But the new Governor General or the new Viceroy, Lord Wellington, है ना? ये Wellington is he decides not to allow and arrest Gandhi ji. So Gandhi ji is now in jail. अब यहाँ से याद रखिएगा. Where is Gandhi ji in jail? Yaravada Central Jail, Pune. Yaravada Central Jail, Pune. Please remember this. यहाँ तक याद रखिएगा because we will discuss again. Come back here. Okay. So remember this. Okay. Now what happens is उसके बाद some event happened, है ना? So let us first talk about round table conference. तो पहले हम लोग round table conference discuss कर लेते हैं. तो देखो round table conference ऐसा होता था, मतलब ऐसे होता था actually, something like this. यहाँ पे लोग बैठते थे ऐसे like this, है ना? So मैंने बहुत सारे और भी Google images देखी उसमें ऐसे. So people used to sit ऐसा round table होता था. यहाँ पे discussion होता था. बहुत सारे British के लोग भी होते थे. Gandhi ji is there, है ना? You can see this is second round table conference and that is why Gandhi ji is there. अच्छा, Gandhi ji participated in how many round table conference? Total, we have seen 3 round table conference happening. Round table conference 1, round table conference 2, and round table conference 3. Out of these 3 round table conference, how many of them Gandhi ji participated? Can anyone tell me? Only the second one. हाँ, सिर्फ इसमें गांधी जी participate किए थे ना. And क्यों participate किए थे? Because it was an agreement of Gandhi Irwin Pact that you are supposed to join it. है ना? March 1931 में the agreement happened where there was an agreement that you have to join it, the second round table conference in September, October. ठीक है? Yes, Priyanshi and Doc Lover, you both right. ठीक है? So यही होता है. तो let us talk about little bit about 3 round table conference. Then we will understand it. ठीक है? So धीरे धीरे हम लोग चलते जाएंगे. So there are 3 round table conference, 1930, 31, and 32. It happens, है ना? So that was done on the recommendation of Muhammad Ali Jinnah. He wrote. He was from Muslim League. He wrote to Lord Irwin and Prime Minister Ramsay McDonald. So Ramsay McDonald was the Prime Minister. इसलिए आपने thumbnail में देखा होगा McDonald Award लिखा हुआ है ना? This is because of his name. Okay. So that was the case. Even Bhimrao Ambedkar also participated in this, and there were other people also. ठीक है. So round table conference, है ना? So here is India. This is England. England में London जगह. Here actually round table conference used to happen. RTC 1, 2, and 3. ठीक है. Okay. Let's begin with first round table conference, November 1930 से January 1931. So first we are discussing the first round table conference. ठीक है? So first round table conference, what happens is it happens in the gallery of House of Lords. House of Lords समझते हो क्या होता है? At London. Royal Gallery of House of Lords. What is House of Lords? Anyone? देखो, we are having two houses, Lok Sabha and Raj Sabha. Similarly, UK Parliament has two houses. One is called as House of Commons, and House of Commons is like Lok Sabha in India, lower house, and House of Lords is like Raj Sabha in India. So one of the House of British Parliament, House of Lords is upper house of British Parliament, like very similar to Raj Sabha. ठीक है? तो हाउस ऑफ लॉर्ड्स की गैलरी होगी उसी में, यहाँ लंदन में, वहाँ राउंड टेबल कॉन्फ्रेंस हुआ था. ठीक है, फर्स्ट वाला है ना. ऑफ कोर्स रैमसे मैकडोनल्ड और मैलकॉम मैकडोनल्ड वाज द प्राइम मिनिस्टर. ठीक है, जस्ट हैव एन आइडिया. एंड उसमें और भी लोग थे. अच्छा, यही जनाब थे ना. व्हाई दिस पर्सन इज फेमस? क्लेमेंट एटली. एनीवन? व्हाई इज क्लेमेंट एटली फेमस? Because he became the Prime Minister of England. He was the Prime Minister of England when we were getting. He was Simon Commission member, true, but उस time पर उतना significance नहीं है ना. He became the Prime Minister of England, and he was the Prime Minister of England when we got independence. Yes, very good. So he was the member of Simon Commission, but Simon Commission के तो और ही member थे. But why he became significant? Because he later on became, जब World War खत्म होती है उसके बाद he became Second World War खत्म होती है ना. Second World War में Winston Churchill was the Prime Minister. So when England lost when World War II is over, then the election happens, Winston Churchill loses, and Clement Attlee becomes the Prime Minister. So he was the one who actually, when India was getting independence, he was the Prime Minister of England. कभी-कभी इस तरह सवाल आता है, ठीक है, कि when India was getting independence, who was the Prime Minister of England? ठीक है, so Clement Attlee. Okay. So when you're talking about first roundtable conference, so when you're talking about first roundtable conference, there were 85 political leaders. देखो आप देखो इसमें क्या है. Indian National Congress were kept away from the conference, है ना. मतलब क्या है, first roundtable conference में गांधी जी भी नहीं participate किए थे. He was actually in jail, है ना. So the 7 days of British movement की वजह से जेल में थे, है ना. So खैर, that is what you should know. So first roundtable conference also, Gandhi ji and Congress did not participate, है ना. So who are the member participants? एक तो रैमसे मैकडोनल्ड होंगे, ये सब कहते हैं मुस्लिम लीग के लीडर्स had gone. मोहम्मद अली जिन्ना, आगा खान, ठीक है, और ये सारे जो महाराजा होते थे ना, प्रिंसली स्टेट्स के, they had gone. And even Bhimrao Ambedkar had also attended. In fact, it is said that he attended all the 3 roundtable conference. ठीक है. फिर केस ही नहीं है कि अब इतना डिटेल नहीं जाना, जो मेन फेमस नेम्स है, दैट इज व्हाट यू शुड नो. नाउ लेट्स टॉक अबाउट सेकंड राउंड टेबल कॉन्फ्रेंस, जो सितंबर 1931 से दिसंबर 1931 में होता है. Now this is very very important, and the reason is because Gandhiji participated in this, and because they had agreed in Gandhi-Irwin Pact, Gandhiji agreed that I will go and become a part of second round table conference. ठीक है, इसलिए गांधी जी वहां जाते हैं, है ना. आप देख सकते हो second round, this is we are talking about second round table conference 1931, and Ramsay MacDonald is there, Mahatma Gandhi also is a member there, और भी बहुत सारे लोग आते हैं, है ना. भीमराव अम्बेडकर is also present. ठीक है, मोहम्मद अली जिन्ना मुस्लिम लीग से, है ना, सरोजिनी नायडू and others were also present in the second round table conference. ठीक है. So जब second round table conference स्टार्ट होता है, so इसमें ये लोग रहते हैं, इसमें इतना डिटेल नहीं जाना है. इसमें जो मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग है वो ये है, Ramsay MacDonald produced a communal award. Okay, this we have to understand. और MacDonald Award, ये communal award कहते हैं इसको, MacDonald Award, because Ramsay MacDonald was the Prime Minister of England. And this is the reason why Gandhiji actually decided not to continue, and he said the talks broke. Gandhiji was not interested in talking with British because on the issue of separate electorates. And this we have to understand it. तो सबसे पहले हम लोग को ये समझना पड़ेगा, what is separate electorates? Can anyone tell me in 1 or 2 lines what is separate electorates? Talks broke because British were willing to give separate electorates to depressed classes, and Gandhiji was not willing to accept this. So you have to tell me what is separate electorates. बताओ, anyone? It's like reserve election and seats and for separate voting centers. Not reserve seats ही तो नहीं है, ठीक है, लाइक रिजर्व सीट्स है, लेकिन वो रिजर्वेशन एंड सेपरेट एड्रेस में डिफरेंस होता है. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल, मान लो आज के दिन क्या होता है, जैसे मान लो कोई पार्लियामेंट की कोई कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी, इफ दिस पार्लियामेंट्री कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी, ओके, दिस पार्लियामेंट्री कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी टुडे, आज क्या होता है, अगर दिस कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी इज रिजर्व्ड फॉर शेड्यूल कास्ट, शेड्यूल कास्ट के मेंबर के लिए, इसका मतलब क्या हुआ, it means in this area the candidate can be only from scheduled caste background. अगर कोई सीट है एमपी की, एमएलए की, तो ये एरिया, पर्टिकुलर एरिया जो फिक्स किया हुआ है, रिजर्व किया हुआ है शेड्यूल कास्ट के लिए. इसका मतलब है कि जो कैंडिडेट्स होंगे, जितने भी 8-10 जितने भी कैंडिडेट होंगे, ऑल शुड बी बिलोंगिंग टू शेड्यूल कास्ट. यस, बट एवरीवन विल वोट irrespective of caste, creed, religion. वोट सारे लोग जाके वहां कर सकते हैं उस कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी में, जहां मतलब जो if they belong to that constituency, whether they are scheduled caste or not, everyone can go and vote 18 plus, है ना. But separate electorate में क्या होता है, let's say if separate electorate is given to a particular region, that this region is for scheduled caste, it means all the candidate would be from scheduled caste and all the voters will be from scheduled caste. So मान लो if in this area there's a person who is not a scheduled caste, there's a person who is not a scheduled caste, then he cannot go and vote. Vote भी नहीं कह सकता, वो घर में बैठा है. You got the difference between reservation and separate electorates? In separate electorates, reservation is for both candidate and voter. मतलब अगर वोटर भी है तो उस कास्ट का, उस रिलीजन का, तो ही जाके वोट कर सकता है, बाकी लोग घर में बैठे रहे. यू गॉट द डिफरेंस बिटवीन सेपरेट इलेक्टोरेट एंड रिजर्वेशन? यस और नो? Because currently we have reservation in Lok Sabha and in Legislative Assembly, but separate electorates is not there. It was the genesis of British. You got the concept? Yes or no? Yes, we ancient talked about this. What about others? Because this is very important. ठीक है, तो अगर आप देखोगे यही है, अभी currently भी in Lok Sabha 84 seats are reserved for scheduled caste and 47 seats are reserved for scheduled tribe. These are reservation based on population, etc. है ना. Separate electorate में क्या होता है? It is specific group defined by religion, race, caste elects its own representative through only members of that group. सिर्फ उसी ग्रुप के मेंबर्स जो जाके वोट कर सकते हैं. That is what you should be knowing. Okay. That is why it was actually criticized by many, because देखो होता क्या था कि British had a policy of, what a very famous policy of divide and rule. So British को पता था कि जितना ज्यादा, the more I divide Indians, the more it is easy for me to rule. Okay, that is what British believed in it. So British never wanted unity among Indians, because if there is unity among Indians, they will revolt against British. So इनको क्या कहते हैं? Divide करना. So how to divide? So use religion, use caste, and different things, है ना. So the British starts with using religion. How? Let me explain. अब देखो. First of all, tell me in which year separate electorates were introduced in India? 1909, 1919, 1929, 1932. What is the right answer? Yes. So yours not, you're right. Dog lover, you're also right. 1909. Which reform? Very famous reform. Reform का नाम क्या है? Morley-Minto reforms. हाँ, इंडियन काउंसिल एक्ट 1901 कैसे होता है ना? यस, प्रियांशी गॉट राइट. हाँ, तो उसी को जो लॉ बनाया गया उसको फिर क्या कहा गया? इंडियन काउंसिल एक्ट 1909. which is nothing but moral and mental reforms. Yes, Dr. Priyanshi, you all right. So what happened was they brought separate electorates for Muslim. And that is why Lord Minto, जो viceroy था, governor जनरल, उसको कहा जाता है father of communal electorates. So he believed, the British believed, I told you that they believed in the concept of divide and rule. So let's bring the concept of separate electorates. So अगर एक constituency, if this area is reserved for Muslim, only Muslim candidate will be fighting election and only Muslims will cast the vote. The other people will sit in their house. So that was why, because of course, the British used this policy of divide and rule. So this was brought in 1909 for Muslims. Now, British were smart enough. They further extended this to Sikh, Christian, and Anglo-Indian. In which year? Please tell me. Please tell me. Separate electorates were introduced in 1909. It was for the first time given to Muslims. Then the separate electorate were given later on to Sikh, Christian, Anglo-Indian also. When? In which year? And what was the name of the reform? उस reform का नाम बताइए. Yes, you asked not Priyanshi, go and you both right. Very good. 1919. Which reform? Name of the reform? It is called as Montagu-Chelmsford reform. Montagu-Chelmsford या Chelmsford reform. Okay. So what happens is in 1919, ये देखो, this is Montagu-Chelmsford reform और Government of India 1919 भी लोग कह देते हैं इसको, है ना? ठीक है. And Edwin Montagu के Secretary of State थे और Chelmsford जो था Viceroy of India, इनके नाम पर है ना? Government of India 1919. So this reform is called officially called as Government of India 1919. And इसमें क्या लिखा गया कि Sikh, Indian Christians, Anglo-Indians, Europeans, they were also given the separate electorates. Okay. अब क्या हुआ सबसे पहले? तो till now अभी तक 1919 तक क्या कहानी चल रही है? Till 1919 the story is they have brought the concept of separate electorates and they have given it to Muslims, Christian, Anglo-Indians, Sikh, and Europeans, etc. It means primarily they have used religion. Anna, I've told you divide and rule is their policy. So once they have used religion to divide. Now what happens is this is communal award called as 1932. It was brought, also known as McDonald Award. Why? Because Ramsay McDonald was the Prime Minister of England. आपको समझना है. Gandhiji's talk broke. Why? Because RTC2, Round Table Conference 2, which happened from September to November 1931. The British were willing to give communal the separate electorate. This is called a separate electorate. The British were willing to give separate electorate to even depressed classes. What is depressed classes? This term is used earlier. Now it is not used. What is depressed classes? So now in the Indian Constitution, the word used is scheduled caste. Yes. Okay. Scheduled caste को depressed classes कहते हैं, या technically it's called as Dalit. So at that time the word used was separate classes, depressed classes. Okay. Now what is happening? Now they are dividing community in the name of upper caste, lower caste. So they are actually, because primarily scheduled castes are people of Hindu religion. So basically they are trying to divide the Hindu community between upper caste and lower caste further. So this is again a policy of divide and rule. Okay. So round table conference में जब एक बात हो रही थी तो गांधी जी ने बोला कि नहीं, we will not allow separate electorates for depressed classes, but because it will further lead to division among the community, among the society. We are already divided and you are already it will further lead to more divisions and all. That is why it is called as Communal Award, McDonald Award, 1932. Okay. Now, so basically it happens. So uske बाद Gandhiji comes back. I have told you that Gandhiji comes back from Round Table Conference. He starts Civil Disobedience Movement 2.0. And when he starts Civil Disobedience Movement 2.0, he is arrested. and sent to jail. मैंने बताया, we have already discussed, मैंने बोला भी थी, यहाँ तक याद रखिएगा. Why? Because we are having a new viceroy. He is very strict, Lord Wellington, and now Irving had gone, and Gandhi ji is actually in jail in Yerwada Central Jail. Yerwada Central Jail, Pune. अब यहाँ क्या होता है, 1932 में रामसर मैकडोनल्ड approves this award. This is called as communal award. So McDonald approves it. Yeah, we are giving separate electorates. We are giving separate electorates to depressed classes. जब ये अप्रूव कर देते तो गांधी जी कहाँ रहते हैं, जेल में. तो गांधी जी गेट्स टू नो, है ना, गांधी जी गेट टू नो, लाइक हो सकता है समय न्यूज़पेपर पर आता होगा जेल में. आई एम श्योर he got this news that the communal award has been given. So Gandhi ji, what did he do? He sat on fast unto death. He sat on fast unto death. Okay? तो गांधी जी क्या बोलते हैं कि नहीं, हम जो है भूखे, I will die. Either you scrap the communal award or I will die by hunger. ठीक है? So that is what the Gandhi ji says. Communal award, McDonald award, separate electorates for depressed classes. ठीक है? Also known as scheduled class. ये मैंने बता दिया कि earlier it was given to Muslims, then later extended to Sikh, Christian, Anglo-Indian also. है ना? तो उसकी बात क्या होता है? ये मैंने आपको बता दिया था. Discussed at that round table conference. Second happens. Gandhi ji comes back. Talks remains inconclusive on the issue of separate electorates. So when he comes back, he tries to start it, and the civil disobedience 2.0, but he is arrested. है ना? So January 1932, Gandhi ji is arrested because he wanted to start civil disobedience movement 2.0, and he is sent to jail. अब देखो क्या होता है. तो बेसिकली गांधी जी इज एक्चुअली, यहाँ में मैं पूरी स्टोरी कंप्लीट कर लेता हूँ. उसके बाद क्या होता है, गांधी जी सैट ऑन फास्ट टू डेथ. तो गांधी जी को मनाने के लिए दो लोग जाते हैं. देयर टू वेरी फेमस पीपल. वन इज भीमराव अंबेडकर and another is Madan Mohan Malviya. They both go inside the jail, meet Gandhi ji and convince him to break the fast. कि ठीक है, हम लोग बात कर लेंगे कम्युनल अवार्ड या मैकडोनल्ड अवार्ड हटा देने की, आप प्लीज फास्ट तोड़ दीजिए. And they agrees because Bhimrao Ambedkar was supportive of separate electorates for Dalits or for depressed classes. Bhimrao Ambedkar ने support किया था because he himself was from this community, so he wanted separate electorates for depressed classes. Okay. But जब when Gandhi ji sat on fast unto death in Pune Yerwada jail, Bhimrao Ambedkar and Madan Mohan Malviya went there, talked to him and convinced him to break the fast. This is called as Poona Pact because he was inside the jail. है ना? September 1932. Is it clear? Till now, is it clear everything? I hope things are clear. Okay. Okay. Yes. है ना? ये हो गया. That's what happens. तो गांधी जी के देखो एनसीईआरटी बुक में लिखा प्रॉब्लम विद सेपरेट इलेक्टोरेट्स. So this is गांधी जी's argument, है ना? Separate electorates to the untouchables. Untouchables तो depressed classes की बात कर रहे हैं because they were considered as untouchables at that time. So will ensure them bondage in perpetuity. तो गांधी जी criticize करें कि नहीं होना चाहिए. It will lead to untouchables will remain untouchables. तो मतलब separation हो जाएगा. There will be separation between the upper class and the untouchables and all, or the depressed classes. Untouchables quote में लिखा है भाई, because we cannot treat someone as untouchable. This is how they were treated at that time. ठीक है, मतलब this is prohibited. अच्छा बताओ, which article of the Indian Constitution prohibits untouchability? Which article? Please tell me. Article 17, है ना? I hope you are aware. Yes, Priyanshi, very good. हाँ, Ambedkar on separate electorate. Gandhi opposed the demand there is a class which is undoubtedly not in the position to sustain itself. तो यहाँ पर Ambedkar जो है ना वो support कर रहे थे that yes, it should be given and all. तो ये आप चाहो तो पढ़ सकते हो. Why did he support separate electorates for Ambedkar? But गांधी जी इतने broader spectrum में ये देखा था कि it will lead to further division among the society. ठीक है? So Poona Pact होता है. Poona Pact क्या होता है कि गांधी जी is inside the jail. I've told you. and Bhimrao Ambedkar and Madan Mohan Malviya goes inside the jail and convince Gandhiji to please break the fast, because Gandhiji ने क्या कह दिया था, fast unto death. I will die, but I will not eat unless and until separate electorate for depressed classes is withdrawn. Okay, so actually it says that increase the political representation and etc. and all. So finally पूना पैक्ट में agree होते हैं, but उसमें agreement ये नहीं होता है कि पूरी तरह खत्म कर दिया जाएगा. There will be reserve seats, reservation for depressed classes will be there. And I have told you the difference between reservation and separate electorates. Reserve seats में होगा कि candidate will be from depressed class or scheduled caste, but everyone can go and vote. But separate electorates में only the candidate will be from the same caste, the scheduled caste, and the voter will also only be from the scheduled caste community. But reservation में क्या होगा? Yes, everyone can go and vote, but yes, the one who is fighting an election, the candidate should be only from this reserved class. ठीक है? So reservation पर agree करके, that is what you should be knowing about, है ना? September 1932 में this Poona Pact happened. I hope you are aware of this, है ना? यरवड़ा सेंट्रल जेल में होता है. This agreement happened. Okay, is it clear? हाँ, फिर काफी disputes वगैरह finally settle upon 147 electoral seats etc. इसको थोड़ा पढ़ लीजिएगा, please go and read it. ठीक है? है ना? So these are the reserve seats. तो मैंने आपको बताया कि reservation मिला था. गांधी जी ने ये नहीं कहा कि reservation ही पूरा कैंसिल कर दीजिए depressed classes के लिए. गांधी जी said separate electorate should not be there. है ना? And I have explained the difference between that. है ना? So ये आपको पता होना चाहिए. These are the reserve seats. उतना याद नहीं रखना, but एक rough idea होना चाहिए. Numbers वगैरह नहीं पूछते हैं generally. If there is no separate electorate, that will be called as joint electorate. ठीक है ना? 71 came. ये मैं भी देख लेता हूँ. Backdrop पूरा can be traced on community award which reserve seats. हाँ. For the depressed classes नहीं, लेकिन बाद में जो agreement हुआ था उसमें 143 था. 147 would be the final. ठीक है? और ऐसे numbers नहीं याद रखना. This is the final one. इस पर agreement हुआ था reservation पर, reserved seats के लिए, है ना? So that is what you have to understand, is the difference I have explained between reserved seats and separate electorates. है ना? And joint electorate means this is the opposite of separate electorate, means everyone can come and vote irrespective of the religion, race, caste, gender, है ना? उसमें joint electorate के साथ आप ये कह सकते हो joint electorate plus reservation would be there, है ना? Reservation of depressed classes for fighting elections. ठीक है? So this is how Gandhiji tried to avoid that British would be successful in divide and rule. हाँ, लेकिन ये याद रखिएगा, उसके बाद मैंने आपको बताया था कि 1932 में भी यार, उसके बाद 1935 में इलेक्शंस होता है. 1935 में गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट कम्स एंड 1937 में वी आर हैविंग इलेक्शंस अंडर गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया, राइट? ठीक है? तो मैंने आपको 1935 वाला बता दिया. सो गो टू द प्लेलिस्ट, व्यू फुल प्लेलिस्ट पे क्लिक कीजिए. लास्ट में जाना, देखो हियर इज गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया 1935. इस क्लास में मैंने आपको ये चीज बताई थी. सी देखो, इस क्लास में इफ यू क्लिक ऑन दिस क्लास एंड वॉच एट 3259, तो क्या लिखा हुआ है? रीड. The system of communal electorates for Hindus, Muslims and Sikhs were retained, है ना? मतलब religion wise था. हिंदू लिखा है, मतलब Muslims, Christians, Sikh, Muslims, Christians, Anglo-Indian, इन लोग के लिए रहने दिया. But depressed classes के लिए there was no. और यहाँ देखो मैंने लिखा भी Poona Pact. देखो इस क्लास में मैंने पढ़ा है. और यहाँ पे देखो 1909 Muslims को, 1919 को it was later on extended. Okay, so this was the case with Government of India in 1935. They allowed separate electorates for Muslim, Christian, Anglo-Indian, etc. But reservation was there for depressed classes. Okay, because of Poona Pact. Is it clear? And जब भी 1937 में election इसी basis पर हुआ था. Okay, and इस क्लास में मैंने ये भी बताया है, in Government of India 1935 क्लास में मैंने बताया है about 1937 elections. I discussed this. Okay. 1937 however a new Government of India was passed, है ना? Same, है ना? इसमें elections होते हैं. Out of 11 provinces and 8 provinces there are elections that happens. That is what you should be knowing about. ठीक है? उसके बाद मैंने आपको बताया था 1942 का क्रिप्स मिशन etc. ओके, तो क्रिप्स मिशन के बारे में मैंने आपको यहाँ 1942 बताया भी है ना? We have discussed. Who died during non-cooperation movement? I had discussed बाल गंगाधर तिलक. ऋषि सचदेवा, I had discussed तिलक स्वराज फंड भी मैंने बताया था. इस क्लास में बताऊं मैं. तिलक स्वराज फंड, I had discussed कि 1 year after the death of बाल गंगाधर तिलक, तिलक स्वराज फंड गांधी जी क्रिएटेड. I think अगस्त 1920 में इनकी डेथ हुई थी, समवेयर अगस्त सितंबर के आसपास, और इसी वक्त ये शुरू होता है. बीजी तिलक, हाँ बाल गंगाधर तिलक, मैंने बताया है इस क्लास में एज फार एज आई रिमेंबर। हाँ ठीक है, तिलक स्वराज फंड बनाया गया था ना, सो गो एंड वॉच दिस था ना। ओके सो ये हो गया 1942। इसके बाद जो था 1935 एंड 1942 वी आर हैविंग क्रिप्स मिशन। तो ये मैंने आपको पूरा पढ़ा दिया, क्रिप्स मिशन, क्विट इंडिया मूवमेंट, नाउ यू विल बी एबल टू कनेक्ट, ठीक है। एंड क्विट इंडिया मूवमेंट वी हैव डिस्कस्ड, है ना, सो दैट इज व्हाट यू शुड बी नोइंग अबाउट। So this is all about today's class. Now I'll be meeting you tomorrow. कल मिलूंगा with March and April current affairs 2025. ठीक है? So this is all about today's class. Please subscribe to the channel, press the like button, share this video. Thank you everyone. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.